critics of President Trump will say the pomp and circumstance, the red carpet, the warm handshake, that President Trump simply lost that Putin gained there just by being on the world stage and walking down a red carpet with the president. Your reaction to that?
Well, I mean, critics of President Trump are always going to find something to criticize. You don't even pay attention to it anymore. But I will tell you this, Putin is already on the world stage. He's already on the world stage. The guy's conducting a full-scale war in Ukraine. He's already on the world stage. He has the world's largest tactical nuclear arsenal in the world and the second largest strategic nuclear arsenal in the world. He's already on the world stage. When I hear people say that, oh, it elevates him. Well, all we do is talk about Putin all the time. All the media's done is talk about Putin all the time for the last 4 or 5 years. That doesn't mean he's right about the war. That doesn't mean he's justified about the war. Put all that aside. It means you're not going to have a peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine. You're not going to end a war between Russia and Ukraine without dealing with Putin. That's just common sense. I shouldn't even have to say it. So people can say whatever they want. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we have to get the Russian side to agree to things that they don't want to agree to if we're going to have peace. If not, there'll just be a war. They'll keep killing each other. And life will go on in America and in the rest of the world, but not for Ukraine. So the president has invested a lot of time in trying to bring an end to this war. He deserves credit for doing that. He gets criticism for doing that. He could have just let this war go on. The president could have just said, this is Biden's war. It started under him. We'll do what we can for Ukraine, but we're going to focus on other things. He could have easily said that. But he's the only leader in the world that can get...
Now, here's the thing, too. I want y'all to understand something. What Marco Rubio is saying right now is 1,000% the truth. Trump don't have to pay attention to this. Trump could let them continue to kill each other and still do great things for our country if he wanted to. He could just let them continue. Look, I ain't got time for this, man. I got to focus on this, and this. If y'all don't want to piece it up, then go ahead and wipe each other off the map. I'm just trying to make sure everybody is good. Before he came into office, he said one thing, and they tried to get him on this. When they used to interview him and he was running for president, they tried to stick him on one topic or another. Who do you want to win this war, Ukraine or Russia? I don't know if y'all remember this, but please tell me if you do. He said, I just want everyone to stop dying. That's what he said. How can you not back somebody that says that and actually believe it? He wasn't BSing. He wants the violence to stop so that we can all pay attention to our cultures, every single culture you have going on in your country. I don't want to change that. How y'all treating your men and women, that's your business. That's your culture. But can we stop killing each other? Can we stop killing each other? And if you're going to do it, can you do it in a space where only the people you're targeting dies and not bombing schools and bombing hospitals where innocent victims they just call them casualties of war and they just dismiss it like it's nothing. It's not a casualty of war. And what he's doing by taking this first measure, it might not seem like anything to you, but it's something to me. We started out doing something. We brought him over here. He respects us thoroughly and we're getting things done. We don't expect for you to understand how the cake is baked. We expect for you to reap the rewards at the end of the day, but he is the negotiator in chief. And that's what he's doing. And you're absolutely right about this lady. She looked like a white Auntie Maxine Waters. Some people might get that reference, but she looked like she reminded me like of a white Auntie Maxine, if that makes any sense. I'm talking about with the nose, with the nostrils just look. You know how Maxine Waters look. Okay, I'm not going to talk about people because we're all unique. The Lord made us all perfect the way we are. So first he touched down on ABC and then he went to CBS because they wanted some of that smoke too. They wanted some of that smoke too, baby. And check this out. Every single time somebody else met with Putin, look, this is how it went. Whenever another president met with him. We love you, Putin. We love you. Look at Bush. That was great. That was great. Look at Hillary Clinton. Look at Obama. Yes. But then when Trump meets with them, what they say? He's a traitor. That's his friend. That's his buddy. They're just looking out for each other. So that's why we're here to talk about that, man. Keep that same energy, bro. Keep that same daggone energy. Keep that same energy. All right, so check this out. He went on to CBS after that, and watch how this goes. Y'all hit that like button, gang. If you haven't already, hit that like button, man.
But the president told those European leaders last week that he wanted a ceasefire. The president went on television, said he would walk out of the meeting if Vladimir Putin didn't agree with one. He said there would be severe consequences if he didn't agree to one. He said he'd walk out in 2 minutes. He spent 3 hours talking to Vladimir Putin, and he did not get one.
Okay, so before Marco Rubio replies, I just want to say this. What do you guys think would have happened if President Trump would have just walked out of a meeting 2 minutes into flying Putin over here? What do you think mainstream media would have done? What they would have said about how idiotic he is, how neurotic he is, but they would have criticized him like crazy for not even considering, not even having an adult conversation. The same thing with Charlemagne the God on the Breakfast Club. Well, President Trump said that he was going to solve this in the first 24 hours. Like, as soon as he became president, it was going to stop. He said that. He didn't do it, so I don't trust him. So you mean to tell me that you trusted the Biden administration for 4 years and they ain't do a damn thing, but yet you don't trust Trump because he didn't do what he said he was going to do in 24 hours? Well, guess what? He was putting all the wheels in motion to get it done. He's having the conversations that other people won't have. He's bringing them here and he's going there. He's going into their backyard and he's bringing them into ours. And he's having those tough conversations and trying to get this done. What was happening last administration? If somebody is here that's a Democrat that can give me that information, please feel free. I'm here for it. You know what I mean? I'm objective enough to learn from you guys. I'm just letting you know. Okay, here we go.
2 minutes. He spent 3 hours talking to Vladimir Putin, and he did not get one. So there's
because
some mixed
obviously things happened during that meeting. Well, because obviously look, our goal here is not to stage some production for the world to say, oh, how dramatic, he walked out. Our goal here is to have a peace agreement to end this war, okay? And obviously we felt, and I agreed, that there was enough progress, not a lot of progress, but enough progress made in those talks to allow us to move to the next phase. If not, we wouldn't be having Zelensky flying all the way over here. We wouldn't be having all the Europeans coming all the way over here. Now understand and take with a grain of salt, I'm not saying we're on the verge of a peace deal, but I am saying that we saw movement, enough movement to justify a follow-up meeting with Zelensky and the Europeans, enough movement for us to dedicate even more time to this. You talk about the sanctions. Look, at the end of the day, if peace is not going to be possible here, and this is just going to continue on as a war, people will continue to die by the thousands. The president has that option to then come in and impose new sanctions. But if he did this now, the moment the president puts those additional sanctions, that's the end of the talks. You've basically locked in at least another year to year and a half of war and death and destruction. We may unfortunately wind up there, but we don't want to wind up there. We want to wind up with a peace deal that ends this war so Ukraine can go on with the rest of their lives and rebuild their country and be assured that this is never going to happen again. That's the goal here. We're going to do everything possible to make that happen if it's doable. It will require both sides to make concessions. It will require both sides to get things they're asking for. That's how these deals are made, whether we like it or not.
And you can't expect for a world leader to say, you know what? You're absolutely right. And from this day forward, we won't touch Ukraine again. Well, what if Ukraine decides to Trojan horse us again? What if Ukraine decides to sneak a whole bunch of drones into our country and blow up our fighter jets again? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Like, it's a war going on both sides. That's why he's bringing in Zelensky right now. And even that's not enough to them. They're like, oh, here you go, trying to bring in Zelensky. What do you expect? Here you go, trying to bring in the Europeans. What do you expect? This dude is not, he's going everywhere, shaking hands, having tough conversations, and he's bringing them here, having tough conversations. Zelensky was here twice. Zelensky, last time he was here, they said, oh, he bullied him. He was too tough for him. You're never supposed to treat a world leader like that. This is why the world looks at us as bullies and they don't like us. And we have so much contention around the world and nobody cares about America. Everybody was just crying. Everybody was crying. But Trump and J.D. Vance went in on Zelensky. J.D. Vance surprised me in that meeting. But y'all remember that meeting, right? They tried to act like he was the biggest narcissist, the biggest bully in the world after that conversation with Zelensky. So what do you think would have happened? What do they want Trump to do? Do they want him to smack Putin? Do they want him to choke him out? Do they want him to take a 22 and put it up to his skull and pull the trigger? Is that what they want? Please let me know in the comments, man. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing, we have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.